Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Alpha Life here. We are moving on with our destroyers, with our Amar destroyers, and we are again looking at another Coercer. And the one that we will be looking at this time will be a Lowsec ratting feed. Of course, let's see what we have here. So, let's start off in the high slots. We're gonna have 8 dual anode pulse particle stream ones. Why? Because they are cheap and they do good close range damage, which is exactly what we want. Next, for the mid slots, we're gonna move on to a small compact PV acid cap battery so that it can help us a little bit with that cap stability, because as you will see, we might encounter some capacitor problems. Next, we're gonna move on to a 5mn YT8 compact Microwarpdrive to get that speed as high as possible so that we can close range with the rats as much as possible. Also, for the low slots, we're gonna have a D-type Restrained Capacitor power relay so that it can again help us a little bit with that cap stability. A small 1A enduring armor repair, again the enduring one, so that it helps us consuming less capacitor, and an extruded compact heatsink so that it can help us do a little bit more damage. And for the rigs, just 3 small capacitor control circuit ones. As you can see, this fit is absolutely easy to fit, no CPU or power grid constraints. We are looking good on those departments and shouldn't really have any problems with it. We will be using only multi-frequency S ammunition so that we can do as much damage as possible. Of course, the close range ammunition. So, how are we going to find these Lowsec belt ratting spaces? Again, let's move on to the agency, to resource harvesting, and to asteroid belts. Now, in asteroid belts, we're gonna want to check out the security status so that we can get some Lowsec belts, and we're just gonna hunt around for a good one as close as possible. Of course, we are in the Amar trade hub, so we want to be a little bit careful. Near here, we mainly want to get something that's a little bit further away, so let's go down the list. 6-7 jumps. Ooh, Jenny, 24 belts. Of course, we also have to consider that places like Amar that have systems with a lot of belts are usually going to be packed full of people, and we really want to be careful with that. So, I already have selected a system which is Ramney. Let's see, I do not think it appears here, but you will see it's got a good amount of belts and I haven't had too many problems. It's the same system that we were using the executioner to rat with. So let's move on and do that part. I'm gonna cut the video here and get back to you guys once we are over there. So we have finally found a system with a little bit less people, only one. And I looked her up on Killboard and she doesn't seem to be that dangerous. She's on adventure mining. I'm just gonna let her know that I'm gonna be belt ratting, just because she doesn't look to be dangerous, and well, I want her to know that I am not going to be a problem for her. However, we are also going to continue de-scanning constantly, because having somebody else in local is not the most ideal situation we want to be at. So as long as that venture is still around, we are gonna be okay. But yeah, as you can see, we're gonna be using the exact same strategy that we use with all of our other destroyers. We are a little far away now that I see it. Sorry, I was just a little bit focused on the scan. Over there, let's turn on the Microwarpdrive for only one shot so that we can get closer to this cruiser, get under his guns, and there we go. Now he's missing his shots. Okay, and we still need to be really careful. Fortunately, in this system I have a safe spot, but well, you still want to be very much careful, especially if there is someone in local. Even if you don't think they are gonna be dangerous, you know, they can be someone else's ult or something like that, and they might take the occasion to take you down. So, of course, as always, remember to consider that if someone is in local with you, they are very much likely to try and hunt you down and to try and kill you. So do not, for anything, believe that they won't try to kill you, that they are friendly. They are not. No one is in local in Lowsec. So always, always, always keep your descanning constant, and remember, eventually someone's gonna catch you. Sometime you are going to get popped, and that's why we use these cheap feats, these cheap ships, so that we don't get such a high loss after losing them. But well, so far so good. That venture is still there. So, well, she has answered me, which means she has seen me, and that's okay. That's all right. That shouldn't really be a problem. As long as we see that venture on this scan, we shouldn't really have a problem. So let's continue out into the next belt and see what can we get. Okay, there she is. I'm gonna move on to the next belt. There we go. We have seen her. She has seen us, and she saw that, well, we are not interested in taking her down just yet. Although, quite amazingly, she doesn't have anything on Seth Gilbert, and she has been with her corporation for 2 years. So, well, that's actually really impressive to not have lost a ship in 2 years. That's really amazing. But yeah, who knows? Maybe she created the character a few years back and she doesn't really play that much, or something like that might be possible. So yeah, you never know. And sometimes you might look someone up on set killboard and find nothing, and they actually do hunt you down and kill you. That also can happen. So just be ready for that. Eventually, someone is going to take you down, and of course, remember, it's just part of the game. It's just part of the fun. So have fun with it. Have fun with the people hunting you down. We have someone else in local, so now we are going to want to be a little bit more careful. He's a minus 9.4, so we want to be extremely careful. Okay. We have a Thrasher fleet issue. Okay, got it. Bye. So yeah, as you can see, we have been talking a little bit with our girl here in local. The hunter seems to still be out there, but as long as he doesn't get combat probes out, he's not gonna be able to find our safe. And as long as that doesn't happen, we will be safe. Of course, I'm just gonna keep something to warp to just in case. But yeah, I'm gonna speed this part up until we can either continue or eventually have to fight. Yep. And well, as we can see, he is gone. Of course, we need to always be very careful and stay aware of the local chat, because he might just have left so that we go back to our activities and for him to come right back to try and hunt us down once again. But yeah, it is what it is. That's the name of the game. It's okay. That's why we are here in Lowsec, because of the but yeah, that's why we are here. So there is no problem with that. That's just the way the game works. And well, we don't need to be upset with him. We don't need to be make her a hero. Of course, it's really nice that she warned us, but that's just it. That's really nice of her, and that's it. From his part, well, he's just doing what he does to play his game because thanks to Eve being an MMO, you can technically do whatever you want and it's very PvP focused. PvP is a very important part of EVE, and it's technically what makes the game quite so good and so many players stick around for so many years. So, do not be upset if you get popped, do not be upset with the PvPers. Maybe start a conversation with them, talk to them, see if they can teach you a few tricks, maybe how they did it so that you can avoid getting caught another time. And who knows, maybe they even take you in or you try it once or twice and maybe you like it. I personally don't, but I know it's alright, and I know some people that really, really enjoy doing that PvP, and it's really nice. It can really get your blood pumping, and well, yeah, you should always appreciate the hunters because they are keeping the market constant. Thanks to the hunters, we have people that buy the stuff we sell in the markets. So, yeah, we really do need to thank them because of the service they provide to our community. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this part up a little bit. So we've been having a bit of a conversation with our friend here, and we just had a rat warp off from us. So I didn't expect him to warp quite so fast away from us, but we got some other ones. So let's go get them. And this girl seems to be actually really helpful. We are actually plotting on how to take down these hunters that are trying to get us and talking about feats and just having a nice conversation, which is one of the most important parts of playing Eve. So yeah, of course, do this. Go to Lowsec systems, talk to people, engage in conversation, and maybe even get popped. It's okay. But yeah, definitely, definitely a good run, this one, I would say. So I'm gonna speed this part up for you guys. So we are pretty much done with these belts. Oh, nice, an IFIA damage control. So we are pretty much done with this system of belts. Unfortunately, we did take a little bit of hull damage. That was mainly because I was getting distracted with the conversation, and that can happen. But it was all right. We are able to tank the damage without any issues, and thanks to being cap stable with only the guns on and the armor repair run, we didn't have any problems repping back into full health. Of course, I need to go to a structure and repair our structure, but well, that's actually not so bad. We have made 2.73, well, 4 million ISK apparently. So I would say that's this ship pretty much paid for, and as you can see, it is really an amazing feat that can definitely do a little bit of ratting in a zero point 0.2 nonetheless. And well, while we didn't exactly find any clone soldiers, I think this run was definitely worth it. Almost 4 million ISK in loot as take home loot. Of course, now we have to get it out of the system because I don't have a station in this system. We were hunting around. And well, I might just leave a little bit, maybe some metal scraps here in the station to to what was I saying? Sorry, I got a hunter on the system. But yeah, maybe I will leave some metal scraps in the station so that it appears in the personal assets window, this station, because I think we could actually use it for the rest of the series. Of course, I have other systems where I usually rat in a Mars space, and those do not include this one, but maybe it would be a good idea since we already have a blue in local, it might be a good idea to actually get back to this space eventually. Maybe, well, soon would be nice, as long as we are still recording this part of the series. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to the station so that it appears in my personal assets window. And it sort of saves the system. You know, it's easier to just get the location and just right click and set destination. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. But guys, I think that has been everything for this episode. Thank you also very much for watching. Remember, if you want me to try any feats, if you want me to try any activities or something in particular, do let me know in the comments below. As usual, I will leave this feat in the description below, alongside with some links that are gonna be very useful. For example, the 1 million skill point referral link that of course I get a little kickback from and I would really appreciate, and some other links of the pages that I personally use to help me with my EVE Online running. And as usual, if you find it in your heart, please consider giving me a like, maybe even a subscribe if you enjoy the content that I am making. And well, thank you also very much for watching. This has been the Alpha Life, and I will see you in the next one.